All right, folks. Finally, here we get to conclusions. Conclusions. They're sort of the forgotten child of the academic essay. They're usually not taught that seriously, and they usually, as a result, stink. So we're going to try to think about making our conclusions a little bit better here. Let's get into that conclusion folder. And what we really just have here is a document that provides you with some strategies. What we don't want to do is just restate your introduction or apologize or cast any doubt on your essay or start off in an entirely new direction, okay? You could revisit your thesis statement, sort of underscoring your point. You could sort of recap briefly your argument, but you don't really want to get too much into that because, like I said, we've only written a 3 or 4 page paper. We don't need a summary of it. We've just read it. It's not like you wrote a 40-page paper, in which case somebody might have forgotten some of the points. We just read them. What we really want to do is take the conclusion a little bit further. We want it to go off in not a completely new direction, but you want to try to connect it to it's a last chance to make a connection with your audience. Okay. So there's some examples that are listed here in this document that you could look at. Basically, what you want to try to do in the conclusion is to underscore in a way that you haven't in the whole paper why what you're saying is significant. How can you take the last bit of time that you have, and the conclusion is sort of like the equivalent of the very beginning of your introduction, which is your hook, right? You have a lot of freedom in your hook, and you have a lot of freedom in your conclusion. How can you reach out to your audience, create a bridge with them, leave them with something to think about, challenge them to engage? You can end on a quote that maybe inspires them. You have a lot of freedom. My basic, unsophisticated advice to you here with the conclusion, just try to do something. Sometimes if you just kind of forget that you're writing that paper and open up another document and just say, like, after you've been doing all of this, what do you think it all means? Write that down. And often that's a pretty darn good conclusion. Okay? Try not to just summarize what you said. Try to use it as a way to engage, to challenge, to inspire, to connect with your audience. And we're going to practice them. And you got 3 chances to try to make them better. So take a look at this document, and I just encourage you to try to expand your mind a little bit with the conclusion. Try something new that you've never tried before. All right, thank you.